So for today's skirmish, we have this small group here. 10 Space Marines. Champion with a plasma pistol, riding on a rhino. 3 bikers, 10 cultists, and 3 warp talons that can hop in around turn 3 if they're needed. Facing them, hopping out to defend from the graveyard, will be a Cryptek, this heavy destroyer, with the Inmitic Disintegrator, 5 Immortals with Tesla Carbines, and 5 Wraiths with Vicious Claws and Particle Casters. The patrol will start over here at this end of the graveyard area thing. You just have to make it all the way here, 4 feet to this end. Anything that survives makes it back to the Night Lords to tell them what happened, and anything that doesn't, we'll see who wins. I'm betting on the Crowns, but that's just me. So for deployment, I got my Rhino at the back, and bikers in the front, and the very disposable cultists right there on the right. All they gotta do is make it to the end of that dice line. 4 awesome feet. So, Night Lords. Turn 1. I don't know how much I can upload at a time, so this is going to be a weird video. First time ever. Bear with me. Go for movement first, and we'll see how that ends up. And there we are. The Night Lords have just moved up a little bit. They're most of the way there. Life is good for them. They have no idea what's about to happen to them at the beginning of turn 2. Which would be the Necrons being like, oh, we have discovered you. Turn 2, Necrons. So the Necrons had some sort of sensor array going out, and they must have noticed these Night Lords just trying to walk past their cemetery. And these Wraiths came out here with these mausoleums. The Immortals there, the Heavy Destroyer there, and the Cryptek way down here at the end. So I guess we'll just go into shooting, and we'll see what lives after all of that. Pretty decent shooting round. The Wraiths fired their particle casters and managed to kill 2 of the cultists. Let's see, the Immortals did 1 damage to one of the bikers, but the Heavy Destroyer managed to kill off that biker and then an additional biker on top of it. I love Necrons. So yeah, I think that'll take us to morale. Not worried about that on either side. So yeah, we'll go to Chaos turn 2. Chaos turn 2. So they're going to start moving a little bit faster because they really don't want to be here anymore. They're getting attacked. They weren't expecting that, so they're probably going to run a lot. We'll see. Movement in a second. So the one remaining bike ran up the field for all that he was worth. He is very close to making it. The Rhino's about halfway there. He's definitely trucking it. And these guys are just super worried about what's going on over there. So we'll get in to see what we can do with some shooting. I'll be back in a second. That was not a very productive shooting round. The cultists fired all of their auto guns into the Wraiths here and did absolutely nothing. The Rhino used his Havoc Launcher and his Commie Bolter also into the Wraiths. It did a little bit of damage, kind of messed one of them up a little bit. And then the biker used his Commie Bolter into the Immortals and didn't do anything at all. So yeah, that'll take us over to Necron turn 3. Finding the 3. So movement, I guess, for Necrons trying to destroy the Night Lords. We'll see how they go in a second. Not a lot of movement here. Wraiths are just moving forward a little bit so they can almost have a guaranteed charge against the cultists. The Immortals didn't move because why should they? The Destroyer moved up just because, and then the Technomancer Cryptek thing just scooted over on the off chance one of the Immortals dies. Maybe he can reanimate one for free. Yeah, so I guess we'll go to shooting and I'll show you what happens after that. Well, that was a super devastating Necron shooting turn. Between the Wraiths and the Immortals, they definitely wiped out the Cultists. And the Heavy Destroyer, that Iminic Devastator, is definitely crazy, because it definitely took out the other bike. So the Rhino is all alone and really just needs to bust its ass getting across the finish line. Maybe that'll happen. We'll see. So that'll make it Necron turn 4? No. Man, I'm stupid. Night Lord turn 4. First video. Yay. Back in a second. Alright, so we're about 7 inches short of the finish line here, so as long as it can survive whatever onslaught occurs next Necron round, then it'll probably make it across. So we'll go on to shooting and see what happens there. Well, his Havoc Launcher killed one Immortal and his Kind Bolter didn't do anything at all, so we'll see if he survives this next Necron turn. I don't know, we'll see. I have faith. So, Necron turn 5. All we gotta do is kill that Rhino. Well, the only people that moved were the Raids, just moved up a little closer so they can have an easier charge. We'll see how that goes. Shooting next, so we'll see. So everybody kind of wounded it a little bit. The Rhino has 1 health left. All I got left to do now is charge with these guys, and we'll see how it goes, because there's still that full squad inside. I don't know. We'll see. That was probably the craziest combat I have ever done against myself. Man. So the Wraiths did indeed charge the Rhino. They did. It actually hit one of them, but it didn't wound them. But they did destroy it, and it exploded. And 2 of these guys died. And one of these guys, the Wraiths actually did kill one of them in an explosion, so that was crazy. But these guys are gonna escape at their next turn, so they'll be able to get back to the Night Lord command structure on this planet and be like, hey, we got attacked, we need help, so yeah, next turn. Yeah, they totally made it across the line, and just to make sure they advanced to do it. I totally forgot that I had Warp Talons, but I'm not entirely sure how much it would have helped, considering that they only killed 1 Wraith and one Immortal. I don't know. So this is the first battle, a narrative for my cemetery planet living Necrons, since I have mostly cemetery terrain. This has been kind of fun. I'll certainly put another one up, depending upon how much my voice makes it through. If you're watching this, thanks for making it. There's probably another video that explains a whole lot of other things, so thank you and have a good night.